Hi, it's Deb here, and we're taking a little time out today to slow things down with a stretch class. I have an instructor that I take classes from, and she often says to me, I know you can do more, but can you do less? So if you want to do a little less and feel better, more flexible, then this class is for you. Let's begin in a seated position. We can stand as well, but your option to sit or stand, shoes off or on, and just get comfy. And let's begin with a little breath work. Let's breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in, opening those arms, and then letting go. And breath in and breath out. Each time lengthening a little bit more through the spine, stretching open, and then resting down. One more. Big inhale, wide, long and strong, and exhale. So if you're in a seated or standing position, let's shift our weight a bit, align our spine, and let's begin from the top of the head and work down to the toes, starting with some neck stretches. So very gently, just leaning the head, tilting the head, ear to shoulder, keeping the other shoulder soft and relaxed, as though you're pouring water right out of your ear on top of your shoulder. Inhale here. Exhale back to neutral, and let's do it to the other side. Breath in and breath out. So how does that neck feel today? Can you soften through the shoulders? Finding a gentle stretch, not overdoing, but just enough to release some of the tension. Inhale, exhale up, and then let's turn the head, gazing, using our eye muscles, activating the optical nerve, and then drop the chin to the chest or to the shoulder. Inhale, up, exhale back to neutral. Let's do the other side. Breathing here, exhaling, turning our head, looking back with our eyes if that feels comfortable. And on the next breath, chin to shoulder. Inhale, exhale back to neutral, and this time chin to chest. Soft from the shoulders down to the elbows. Let the back of that neck stretch. Let go. Inhale up. Exhale, let's lift the chin, just a slight lift, not too much, not taking the head back too far, and finding all of that space in the throat. Repeating that again, inhale, exhale down. Breath out of the body. Soft shoulders, stretching those ligaments in the back of the neck. Inhale, exhale, lifting that slight lift of the chin. And one more breath in back to neutral. Very good. And let's start with some shoulder rolls, taking one arm back and sweeping. And if you wanted to do this standing, you might find a little bit more range of motion. So it's a big circle sweep. You can add that neck movement and the eye movement if you want to look back, and we're opening up through that shoulder cap. And let's go a little slower for the next four. So here we go. Inhale, big. Exhale, let's stretch back, look back. Three more. Inhale, big. Exhale and let go. Breathing in and breathing out. And one more. Breath into the body, breath out of the body. Resting our hand here, let's do the other side so that it's that circle sweep. Maybe let's do a few quickly, not too quick. And then let's start our count of four. Here we go. Big breath in, nice and slow. Exhale, releasing. So the energy is on the lift. The arm's automatically going to come back down. But with that control, we're turning our head, still getting a stretch for our neck. Rolling that shoulder cap back. Last one, inhale big and exhale. And taking it here. Very good. Shift your weight, settle down again. Let's work the shoulders a little bit more. This time taking the hands off of the legs or the lap. taking the elbows out. So just take a peek out to the side. If your elbows are dropping down a bit, perhaps you could lift them up and make that line from your shoulder to your elbow and from your elbow to your wrist here, making that goal post. So if you can see your hands in your peripheral vision, draw them back just a bit more. Feel that lift from your navel up to your sternum and breathe here. So if you can, just imagine that your hands, your elbows are on a wall in front of you and you're resisting the movement, holding it here. This is great if you use your cell phone a lot, or you're always looking down and rounding through the shoulders, looking at your computer. One more breath here, and then we let go as we come in. If the elbows meet, that's great. If not, let them get as close together as you can. And on the next breath, we're going to take them up just a bit and down, stretching those shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale, moving upward, not too far. Exhaling down. Breathing in and breathing out. Last one. Going a little bit slower than you normally would to feel the stretch and the release, and letting go and opening back up and taking the hands here. Saw through the shoulders. Let's open up the back body, begin to work down the body to our spine as we stack our knees over our ankles, making that foundation with our feet, toes going forward. Slide the fingers down the thighs, let the fingers meet the knees. Pressing in, drawing the heart forward as we come into that half fold. Looking out and down 2 or 3 feet away from you and pushing up and finding our way back to open and take the elbows back to the back wall. Inhale, first we start with the fingers down to the knees, then the heart comes forward and we look out. You can look down, but make it out and away from you. Open the spine and let's do 2 more. Taking the elbows back, taking the hands forward and drawing the heart forward. It's sort of a hip hinge, and finding that length in your spine. Let the breath out of the body. Inhale, rise up one more time, waking up our spine, and exhaling. Finding our way back up. Shift your weight if you need to. Stand if you'd like to do the next ones. It's totally up to you. We're going to find a little rotation here in the spine. And let's bring the hands here. Lace the fingers together and then taking your feet out wider, toes turned out, let's press down and let's rise up through the crown of the head. Big breath here. Let's come back up, and as we take the elbow, glide it over. Let's twist through thoracic spine, spinal movement, spinal rotation, getting a lot of flexibility in the spine, and take it back. Let's go to the other side. Inhale. Exhale and twist and push the arms away. Breathing in, breathing out as we rotate back and down, lifting up through the crown. This time taking it all the way up to the sky. Maybe bending the elbows here and then pressing palms up and right back down. Breathing in and breathing out. And 2 more. Once again, going slower. Last one. And finding our way all the way down in front, rotating the palms back and hands back. Ready? Now, we're back to the legs. Let's extend one leg out. You should be at the front of your chair. You can also do this standing. Heel down and toes to the sky. You can move this foot over a little bit to create some space. As you engage your core, your heart comes forward. You're going to slide down the length of that leg, feeling the stretch in the back of the knee, the hamstring. Keeping the toes lifted, we're just going to reach towards the toe, not necessary to touch. And we're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up, let's repeat that 3 more times. Belly in, heart forward, keeping that leg straight and reaching. On the next two, just to modify, to encourage you to do this stretch without the strain, bring that heart forward and just slide down below that knee. Keeping that toe lifted, you're also stretching the foot out there. Let's do one more. Up we go, nice and tall. Hinging from your hip, walking that hand forward, and we're holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stepping it back in, shifting our weight so we can do the other side. Hips at the front of the chair, leg extended. This foot travels over for some space. Hands are here, pressing the back of that knee down, toe lifted. Again, let your lower back determine how far you want to go. Slide down or reach. Hold for a moment or two as you breathe. Stretching the back side of the knee up to that hamstring. Up we go. Inhale here. Exhale, if you're standing, stick your hips out, bring your heart forward. And let's do 2 more, sliding down the leg, going slowly. Heart forward, extend, pause, stretch, breathe, slide up. Let's do 1 more. Inhale big, exhale forward, and of course continue to breathe as you find your way down, finding that spot that you want to reach for. And all the way back up, walking it back in. So standing if you want, or continue to sit. We're just going to take 1 foot and step it out to the side and lift that knee. Flex your foot, so heel down, toe up, and we're going to stir the pot so we can feel it in the hip flexor, just to warm up here a bit, and back the other way. Because we're going to do a nice stretch. I say it's a nice stretch. I hope you feel like it's a nice stretch for our hip. So this leg, knee is over the ankle. If you can take and lift that foot off the floor, the knee is going to come to the outside. The ankle is going to rest on top of that thigh, right above that knee, and flexing the foot. Take the hand to the inner thigh. As you press down and come into that figure 4 shape, you will begin to open your hip flexor. So for some of you, this is going to be a stretch just in this position. Maybe a challenge. I'll show you how to modify it in a second. Or some of you may want a little bit more in that deep stretch of the hips and bringing the body weight forward as we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And back up we come. You can repeat that as many times as possible, and if you want a modification for that, bring that foot back down. Rest the foot against the opposite foot on the outer edge. Let the knee fall open. You're going to stay in alignment on this side as this knee presses open. As you push now on that inner thigh, you're going to slightly twist. Breathing in and breathing out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back up comes the knee and place the foot back down. We're doing the other side. So taking it up, out as we flex, stirring the pot, heel down, toes up to get some movement in our hip socket, and back the other way. And then taking it back. From here, we'll start with the advanced one, and then we'll go to the modification. So hang out if you're not doing this one. Ankle rest here. Now you may discover one side of the body is different than the other. Anchor down through your tailbone. Don't press, but just simply put that hand to rest there and flex the top foot. This may be all you want staying here in this posture. Should you choose, you can bring your heart forward. You can even rest your forearms here. Just that added body weight will deepen the stretch in the hip. You choose. And we're holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming out of that. Let's go to that modification now. Taking it back down. Step the foot in to meet the other. You're on the outer edge, so you're stretching that ankle as well. When the knee comes out to the side, this one remains knee over ankle. Take your hand to the inner thigh anchored down through your hips. Let's just find a little twist here in your chair as we press the knee away. So it's a modified figure 4. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And back we go. Coming back. Let's take the hips back in the chair, sliding all the way back so we're supported, and walk our feet out. Roll your shoulders back and down, lean back, but allow that lumbar space to remain. Lift the feet up, and we're taking the toes up to the sky, pressing the heels away from our hips, nice and long and strong, and we're stretching the feet. And then down, toes out. Feel the tops of your feet stretch. And let's just go toes up and down, and toes up and down. Just a few more. Let's hold the toes out. Let's hold the toes up and take them down to the floor. Let's lift one foot up, and with your big toe, let's create a circle moving to the inside and the outside. Reverse and take it back the other way and down. Opposite leg, up we go, toes stretched out, top of foot stretching, circle in, big toe. And circle out. And down we go. Let's end with hands pressing down. Let's move our shoulders away from the chair. This time we're just going to take our arms out, creating a lot of space as though we're pushing a wall on the right side and the left side, lifting the heart. And then we're going to take the palms up and come all the way up to the sky. Big inhale here. Exhale, let's follow the hands down. Let's take them out again, rotating the palms to the back wall, pressing back as we take the heart forward. Nice squeeze down the spine and right back. Lastly, let's take one arm on top of the other. Give ourselves a little hug and see if we can walk our fingers back to our shoulder blades. Big breath here, exhaling, opening those arms, and let's crisscross on the other side. Okay, you're stacking your elbows a little bit, and if they don't stack, that's okay. You're just reaching back as far as you can to get those shoulders out of the shoulder pockets. Open wide, and take it right back down. So that's the end of our stretching. I hope you went nice and slow. Remember, I know you can do more, but can you do less and feel more flexible? Thank you.